Hello everyone, Jack Etchman here from Scootertrix Studios, and I'm finally back to do another commentary for Scootertrix the Abridged, this time for the short Trixie the Abridged. So without further ado, let us begin. Yeah, that flicker. It's a good reminder of how much blood and sweat went into this one. So this episode, it's of course about the fourth wall, and I think it all spawned because of Trixie. Because I remember reading somewhere or hearing somewhere, it's like if you don't keep putting the character in your story, they're not a character, basically. And it's like Trixie only showed up in the first couple episodes, and she didn't really show up again. So this was kind of a way to kind of bring her back and make her more of a character. So we, of course, in this first scene set up what this episode is going to be about. The fourth wall, of course. And then, of course, we have Trixie come in. Played by Greg Hoffman, the creator of the Mentally Advanced series. I was so happy to get him. I think he's perfect for the role. I was great, great working with him, and then great talking with him too. That was fun.
Okay, look, I'm not really in the mood for this. So can we just battle tomorrow or something?
So this whole thing was, the original concept of this was just like Trixie comes back and then just annoys the hell out of Twilight. And I think in that scene, Pinky was actually in that scene too, and they were all arguing about the fourth wall and Twilight being fat and everything. And yeah, intro by Eric again. This was another thing where it's like Trixie's taken over, so the intro's got to be Trixie themed. So going overboard on the Trixie. Trixie the Abridged.
My name's Twilight Sparkle. Isn't Princess
But again, this episode was also sort of to, I guess, whet the appetites of the audience of what is to come for the fourth wall. So kind of demonstrating some more advanced, I guess, fourth wall stuff in preparation for what is to come and Discord and all that.
You're fat. I'm not even fat.
Oh, but I'm getting there under your blubber.
The fat thing.
Of course, it's a tight fit, isn't it? Fat.
Yes, I think that was probably originally from Ultra Fast Pony, the Twilight being fat thing.
Hey. Okay, come on, stop it.
But yeah, in fairness, Trixie did say that she was fat in an earlier episode, so I went with that.
I'm the master of the fourth wall.
Yeah, you're real great, but maybe you should work on the other three
I
walls.
think Greg had some improv lines in this too, so
Are you just so fat you need 3 more walls?
Voice changes
Oh,
and
those
script
are good.
ratings. Is that all you can do? Because, that's just kind of pathetic.
No, just check this out.
this had a lot of editing. So Atomic had a lot of stuff to do in this episode, and it's a total trooper for working on this one. A lot of backgrounds that I had to go into Photoshop and fix for teleports and all sorts of stuff.
This, for instance, I can be anyone I want.
That's pretty powerful.
Yeah, but just sort of.
Only a few of us have
This one we were also kind of trying to follow the hero's journey as well. And so both Trixie and Twilight go on sort of their own journeys there. Twilight, she wants to learn the ways of the fourth, but then by the end she's like, maybe that's not something that I want. And then Trixie, she isn't responsible with her powers, so she kind of learns a bit more control by the end. So that's kind of where they're both at. I don't like this music. I don't like what I did with that. So the idea with that was the laser was supposed to bend around and then hit Twilight.
Oh, good try.
Oh, okay, so that flickering right there. So there was flickering there, and that is a problem that I faced all through this episode. It was so annoying. I had no idea why it was doing it. And it was like I was editing, and then there'd be this random flash, the colors would change for a second. And it's it was so, I didn't know how to fix it. And it would export with it, and then it would just show up at random sometimes. And by the end, I was literally just exporting and trying to get the best version that didn't have as many flickering moments in it. And I think what we found the problem was probably the system needed to be updated. And I think that was it, because I don't have it now. I have a new computer, so... Yeah, I think that's probably what it was. Putting this scene in, a lot of sort of Trixie kind of toying with Twilight here, like demonstrates that her powers are vastly superior to Twilight's here.
No.
Come on.
Yeah,
Admit it.
this scene was a
After all
nightmare to
this
edit
time,
with all
I
the
need
flickering.
you to say it.
No.
Well then, if you won't say it willingly,
Jeez.
maybe I'll just write it in myself.
Then there's this, of course, which is, yeah. We got a couple people with this, so that was fun. That was fun seeing their reactions to that. Yeah. And then, okay, so then we have this whole scene. And this was actually the other part of why I wanted to do this episode. And it was this idea of, like, wouldn't it be cool if they went to a dead Pony Abridged series? And I started looking through, like, the Pony Abridged series. I'm like, wait a minute. Camaraderie is supernatural. That would be perfect for this thing. And so I used I used their series for this. I talked to them about it after the episode came out, which I should have talked to them before, but I didn't. But I don't know. It was this idea of, like, Trixie breaks things so much that they get, you know, zapped randomly to somewhere else, and it's a dead series, and they see more of the consequences of using. It's like the fourth wall as, like, a power, and I don't know. It's a different way of looking at the fourth wall and experimenting with what would it be like if it was like a power.
And I'm sick of it.
Seriously? You blasted us to Celestia knows where.
Well, if you're so smart, why don't you get us out?
Yeah, I hate that she uses that line twice.
You can see and control the force.
I didn't realize that she said that line,
That's amazing.
the exact same line,
There you are. Pinky.
until I was watching a reaction
You
to
okay?
that,
Yeah,
and I'm like,
fine.
oh, did
How'd
I
you
use
find
that
us? I felt a great disturbance.
twice?
A tremor in the fourth.
Damn it.
She read the script.
Ah, yes. Trixie. What the hell do you think you're doing? She teleported us here.
This was a lot of editing from Atomic.
I didn't mean I was just trying to
The backgrounds actually had ponies in them, so I had to go into Photoshop, take out the ponies from those. We had Atomic. I think, see, it's been a while now. I think probably
other series.
Yes, they do. But
Jared Fang, he probably did like the green screening for this stuff. Or it could have been Little Shy Fim or someone. But or it could have been Atomic. Atomic did do some green screen type stuff. But again, props to Atomic. This is a major episode for him.
One character had to travel back through the series to stop it from happening. But
Yeah, Camaraderie. I hoped to also bring a bit more attention to Camaraderie because it really is a good series. I do recommend go watching it. And so I literally put like link to the universe in the description so that people could go and check it out.
You can't just make things up on the fly. Doing so creates plot holes that may be impossible to fill. Without structure and rules in our world, you doom us all to utter chaos.
Chaos. Kind of fitting with that theme of.
Come on, let's go home.
Yeah, sort of a.
Well, that's just great. The one thing I'm good
Oh, that's right. I think Kai from the Canterlot, he actually sat with me during the script reading, and he's the reason why Trixie says shit. Because I don't know. It was like the way it was written, it was like, oh, that's powerful. But I'm not sure if it turned out that way when we actually recorded it.
So wait, we're just gonna let her go? Oh, she's okay.
Let's figure this shit out.
She's learned her lesson. I don't know. Just be
I like that
nothing
shot
seriously bad
of Pinky
happened.
because she's
It
just
could have
there
been a
in
real
the town. I
disaster.
can reuse that. And of course this. I really like what I did with the music here. I think it was kind of ominous, but it also worked together. It was a bunch of stingers mixed with a bit of background music, so I think that worked out. But yeah, of course we have, the end part where it's the big reveal of, oh man, Discord's finally free. A lot of people thought that, that Discord died, though. That was unfortunate. A lot of people were like, wait, is Discord dead? Because, like, the statue was, like, broken. I think maybe if the statue had been in, like, smaller pieces, maybe that would have worked, but, or conveyed that message a bit more, but I don't know. So that is the Trixie short abridged. I think the original joke with that was going to be, we were going to make it 9 minutes and 58 seconds instead of 9 minutes and 59 seconds, so that it would, and say, it's a short. But yeah, but anyway, so thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.